Welcome to my channel, Everyday English Hub. Welcome, Julia. I'm so excited to have you here in our podcast studio. This is where your real English journey begins. Let's dive in together and discover how to learn English the smart and powerful way. Thank you so much, Zoya. I'm really happy to be here and can't wait to learn and speak English with confidence. Zoya, why do you always say we're learning English the wrong way? Because most people learn English through memorization, not communication. They focus on grammar rules instead of practicing real conversations. They write essays but never train their ears or tongues to speak fluently. English is a language, not a subject. You need to use it, not just study it. You don't become a good cook by reading recipes. You cook. It's the same with English. You need daily contact with it. Talk, listen, think, and even dream in English. Learn through experience, not just repetition. Real progress comes when English becomes part of your lifestyle. And remember, it's not about perfect grammar. It's about clear communication. That's the mindset shift students must make. If you wait until you're perfect, you'll never speak. Start messy, improve along the way. That's the right way to learn. So yes, most people learn it wrong because they don't use it enough. I always memorize vocabulary lists. Isn't that helpful? It sounds helpful, but memorizing isolated words doesn't build fluency. You might know apple, run, and fast, but still struggle to say, I grabbed an apple and ran fast to catch the bus. Instead, learn words in chunks, phrases and expressions, like grab an apple, run late, or fast learner. These are natural combinations native speakers use daily. When you learn vocabulary in context, it becomes usable. You don't think, you just speak. That's fluency. Also, repeat the words you learn. Use them in your own sentences. Say them out loud. Record yourself. Your brain needs repetition in real-life situations, not lists. And review often. Spaced repetition helps lock it in long-term memory. So yes, vocabulary is important, but only when you know how to apply it. Otherwise, it just stays locked in a notebook. Speak your vocabulary into life. What's the biggest reason people fail to speak fluently? Fear and the habit of translation are the two biggest enemies. Most learners are afraid to make mistakes, so they stay silent. Or they try to translate every sentence from their native language to English. That slows your thinking and causes confusion. Instead, you need to think in English. Start with small thoughts. I'm hungry. It's cold. I like coffee. Say them out loud. Build up gradually. Your brain is like a muscle. It gets faster the more you use it. Also, remember, mistakes are part of the journey. Every fluent speaker made thousands of mistakes. Even native speakers make grammar errors. So speak boldly. Think simply. Use the language. Don't overanalyze it. You'll never be perfect, but you can always improve. Confidence is more powerful than accuracy. How can I improve my listening skills? I don't understand fast English. Great question. Listening is the gateway to fluency. Start by listening to English every single day. Begin with slow, clear speech, podcasts or videos made for learners. Use subtitles in English, not your native language. Watch the same video twice. First to understand, then to shadow. Shadowing means repeating what you hear immediately. It trains your ears, mouth, and memory. Also, don't worry about understanding every word. Focus on the general idea and common phrases. Over time, your ears will tune into the rhythm of English. Try audiobooks or YouTube channels with transcripts. Pause and mimic how natives speak. Listening improves speaking, so make it a daily habit. Your fluency starts with your ears. And remember, slow, steady progress is still progress. How can I practice speaking if I don't have anyone to talk to? That's a common problem, but there are clever solutions. First, talk to yourself in English. Sounds strange, but it's powerful. Describe what you're doing. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm making tea. Use the language in your daily life. Second, record yourself speaking. Talk about your day or thoughts. Listen to it and note your progress. Third, join online language exchange platforms or conversation clubs. You can find speaking partners from around the world. Fourth, shadow native speakers from videos or podcasts. Repeat their sentences in real time. It builds your fluency and pronunciation. And finally, use AI tools or English learning apps with speaking features. You don't need a classroom, just consistency. Speak every day, even just 5 minutes. Your voice is your classroom. I always study grammar rules. Why isn't that enough to speak well? Because grammar is just the skeleton. It's not the living body of English. Rules help you build sentences, but they don't teach you how to speak naturally. Fluency comes from using language, not analyzing it. Imagine trying to learn to swim by reading a book. You have to get in the water, right? Same with English. You have to speak to become fluent. Grammar should come after speaking, not before. First, speak freely. Then correct your sentences later. This way, you learn through real usage. Also, don't worry about being 100% correct. Even natives break grammar rules sometimes. Focus on communication, not perfection. Use grammar as a guide, not a goal. Speak first. Improve second. That's the winning formula. What's the best way to remember new words? Don't just memorize them, experience them. Write them in example sentences that relate to your life. Instead of learning confused, say, I was confused in math class. Speak the word aloud in real situations. Draw it, act it out, use your imagination. The more senses you use, the deeper the memory. Also, review regularly using spaced repetition. That means reviewing a word after 1 day, 3 days, 7 days, and so on. Apps like Anki or Quizlet can help you do this. Try teaching the word to someone else. Teaching boosts memory. Use the word in a question, a joke, a story. Make it emotional or funny. Your brain loves that. The goal is not to remember the word, but to make the word remember you. That's how vocabulary sticks forever. Should I think in English? And how do I start? Yes, thinking in English is the gateway to fluency. Start with small thoughts. It's raining. I'm tired. Where is my phone? Don't translate. Just speak the thought as it comes. You can also describe your surroundings in English. For example, the chair is red. The coffee smells good. Use English when making plans in your head. Even better, speak those thoughts out loud. Talk to yourself throughout the day. It builds natural flow. You'll start forming faster sentences without needing translation. Your brain becomes more comfortable with English patterns. You don't need complex grammar for this. Simple, clear thoughts are enough to begin. It may feel odd at first, but it's super effective. Think it, speak it, live it. That's the fluency mindset. I always forget what I learn after a few days. How can I fix that? That's normal. Your brain forgets unless you reinforce the memory. Use the forgetting curve to your advantage. Review what you learned the next day, then a few days later. Repetition is the mother of memory. Also, don't just review silently. Use the info actively. Say the word, write a sentence, tell a story with it. The more you use it, the more it becomes part of you. Try using new words in daily conversation. Make funny stories using new grammar. Connect it emotionally or visually in your mind. Teach the word to someone else or your pet. Revisit your notes once a week. Don't cram. Space it out over time. Learning is not about what you study, but what you remember and reuse. Is watching English movies helpful or just entertainment? It can be both, if you use them correctly. Choose movies with everyday conversations, not fantasy language. Watch with English subtitles first. Pause and repeat the lines that catch your ear. Write down useful expressions and slang. Practice saying them with the same emotion and tone. The goal is to copy rhythm, pronunciation, and flow. Watch the same scene multiple times for deep learning. Try shadowing the actors. Speak with them in real time. Turn your favorite movie into a speaking class. And yes, rewatching is more powerful than watching new content. You'll catch new details every time. It's fun, natural, and super effective. Movies can be your daily speaking practice, so grab popcorn and a notebook. How much time should I spend on English every day? Quality is more important than quantity. Even 20 minutes of focused practice is powerful. But those 20 minutes should include speaking, listening, and review. Mix it up to keep your brain engaged. One day, focus on listening and shadowing. Next day, try speaking and vocabulary practice. Always review what you learned yesterday, and try to think in English throughout your day. Use short moments, 5 minutes while walking, 10 minutes before bed. Daily contact is the secret. Language is like a plant. It needs regular watering. It's better to study 20 minutes daily than 2 hours once a week. Stay consistent, not perfect. Make English part of your routine. Fluency loves habits. Why does it feel easier to read and write, but so hard to speak? Because reading and writing are passive skills. Speaking is active. It needs confidence and fast thinking. Most students read and write more because it's safer, but speaking involves risk, mistakes, pauses, confusion. That's why it feels scary. But the more you speak, the easier it gets. Start by reading aloud to practice your voice, then move to speaking about your day. Practice simple dialogues with yourself. Shadow native speakers daily. Record your voice and track your progress. Speaking is a skill. It grows with use. Don't avoid it. Embrace it. Fluency lives in your mouth, not your notebook. Talk your way to confidence. Sometimes I feel like I'm not improving. What should I do? That's normal. Language learning has ups and downs. It's called a learning plateau. Your brain is still working, even if progress feels slow. Take a moment to look back. Compare how you spoke or wrote 3 months ago. You'll see growth that you didn't notice daily. Also, set small goals each week. For example, I'll use 5 new words in conversation. Or, I'll speak for 10 minutes without stopping. Celebrate every small win. Track your progress in a journal. Remind yourself, consistency beats intensity. Motivation fades, but discipline keeps you going. You're improving, even when it's not obvious. Trust the process, not your feelings. Thank you, Zoya. So, what's the final truth about learning English the right way? The truth is simple, Julia. English isn't just something you study, it's something you live. Fluency doesn't come from fear, it comes from action. You don't need a perfect plan, you need daily practice. Don't wait to speak. Start now, make mistakes, laugh, learn. Use English in real life, not just in textbooks. Talk to yourself, listen actively, think in English, speak with confidence, not fear. Learn phrases, not just words. Focus on communication, not perfection. Mix fun with focus. Review often. Keep your goals in sight, but enjoy the journey. Remember that progress is personal. You're not learning wrong anymore. You're learning smart. Trust yourself, believe in your voice, and never give up. This is your time to speak English with power.